Hey, Mike, I caught the tail end yesterday, the debate over Brady. I know you don't think he's the greatest quarterback of all time.
That's not a knock.
No, I know. I'm curious as to who you think it is.
If I had one game to win for my whole life?
Or greatest career of all time.
I still think Montana had the best career.
Based on what?
Based on the fact that he was prolific in everything he did. He was the best. He was the best in the Super Bowl. He was the best. He had a great team his whole life. He had a great career.
I mean, he definitely had better weapons than Brady.
Oh, that's what now we're going to mitigate it. Okay, now we're going to mitigate who the weapons are.
They're both great quarterbacks. You can have a conversation about the two of them.
So now we're going to now decide it's not about them. It's about the people around them.
No, it's about who was the better quarterback. It's a fair question, isn't it?
If you want to have it, sure. Why isn't Peyton Manning better than Tom Brady?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I think they're all great. Well, you brought it up.
Here's why I think Brady is great.
You brought it up.
I know.
I didn't bring it up. You brought it up.
Right.
Okay, so you must have a reason to bring it up.
I think Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Why?
Because I think that if you look at his 5 Super Bowls, and then
he played in 7 Super Bowls, if you remember.
How many did he win?
He played in 7.
Right.
He didn't play 5 Super Bowls.
He won 5 Super Bowls.
That's different. He played in 7. You said you look at his.
If you
look at Joe Montana's Super Bowls, how many did he lose?
How many did he didn't lose any?
Oh, really? Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Which would you rather do? He won every one he ever played in.
Which was how many?
You don't know?
I do know.
I do. Well, so do I. As you probably.
So here's my
question. No, I do too.
Look. Here's my question.
Yeah. Well.
Is that if you look at a postseason span of say 8 years, and one guy wins 4 Super Bowls, goes 4-0, and in the other 4 years they don't go to the playoffs. But the other guy wins 5, goes to 2 more, and doesn't make the playoffs one time. Who's had the better 8-year span?
Means nothing. That's up to you. I ask you right now: would you rather be 5-2 in the Super Bowl or undefeated?
5-2 or 4-0?
Which one?
I'd rather be 5. I think 5-2 is a more impressive record.
You know why? Because you must think like a loser. Because you know what? The idea is to be perfect in the game. The idea is to go to the game and win. Why is Vince Lombardi the greatest?
Wait a minute. So
why is Vince Lombardi the greatest coach of all time?
You evaluate, in my opinion, you evaluate
I'll just ask you a question. Okay, yeah. Why are they different?
I'm not talking about coaches.
Why do you think he's regarded as the greatest coach of all time?
Here's why. You asked me to talk about.
Well, wait.
I didn't call to talk about coaches.
Well, here's what I'm doing. I'm educating you. Is what I'm doing. Okay, that's what I'm doing.
That.
Okay, because he won 90% of his playoff games. He didn't coach in the most. He didn't play in the most.
Here's what
wait a second. I'm talking. He didn't play in the most. He didn't coach in the most. His impact was dynamic because every time he went there, he won. That's why he's on the trophy. He didn't coach in the most Super Bowls. He didn't coach in the most championship games, but he went 9-1, including winning all the last 9 that he played in. Every time he competed in a big game, he won it. That's why when they hand the trophy, his name is on it. He didn't win the most games. He doesn't have the most Super Bowls won. Matter of fact, there's a bunch of guys who have 3, and he only won 2. I understand he wasn't around for all of them. He won championships before Super Bowls. But the point is, he was about winning. That's why I like Montana's career, because he was about winning. That's all. That's the only reason. It's not a knock on Tom Brady. Plus, my point is about Tom Brady, which I tried to make, but people seem to, maybe they don't buy it. If somebody's better than you in your generation in the regular season, how would you then be deemed as the best of all time? Peyton Manning was a better regular season quarterback than Tom Brady. He beat him head to head in the playoffs. He has a winning record against him, and he was absolutely the more dominant player in the regular season during their careers. That's why I don't think Tom's the best of all time. Now, Tom's an all-time great. He's a top 3 quarterback of all time, no question about it. I don't put him first. That's all. That's how I look at it. And I think the 2 losses in the Super Bowl hurt. I think they do. When you're comparing him to somebody who didn't